Good afternoon, dear colleagues. Ukrainian Crisis Media Center continues its work, and I give the floor to the Presidential Administration spokesman on ETO-related issues, Colonel Andriy Lysenko. Good day, dear colleagues. Yesterday, the situation in the east of Ukraine has worsened. There were 15 shellings of Ukrainian positions with the use of mortars, and this is the third of all ceasefire violation incidents by the militants. And they also used armored vehicles. In Lugansk area, the military actions were conducted only in the evening near Slavyanov town. The enemy opened fire with mortars of 82 mm caliber at our positions near Zholte and Sokelniki villages. Also, the enemy shelled our front positions near the suburbs of Zolote and Popasna, Donetsk area, near Lugansk village. Near Svetlodarsk, there were two enemy provocations, and the situation is volatile near Gorlovka in the northern suburbs in Zaitse and Mayorsk. The enemy used small arms. At the same time, in Novgorodskaya and to the south, in Verkhnya Toretskaya, there was precision mortar fire delivered by the enemy. One time the militants used 120 mm mortar. They delivered fire for about 1 hour. And this region, the front line, lies not through the residential areas, but through the rugged country. That's why militants try to provoke active military actions and train their reconnaissance and subversive groups. The military actions of the highest intensity, both in the night and during the day, goes in the western suburbs of Donetsk. The biggest number of enemy provocations is observed in Pisky. In Krasnogorovka, the enemy used RPC-1 twice, and there's also mortar shelling. In Marinka, there was a firing incident, and there was a standoff between ETO forces and the militants. They used small arms and grenade launchers. In Avdiivka and Opatna, there were continuous shelling by the enemy. The enemy they have a lot of equipment at the front line, and they deliver fire from residential areas of Donetsk, Spartak, and Staromikhailivka and Mariupol area. There was no military actions yesterday, and according to the intelligence service of MOD, in Gorlovka there was a clash between the militants of different groups of Army Corps and the so-called DPR police. The quarrel was over the car of the police of Gorlovka, and also Ukrainian intelligence observed that the militants continue to ruin the infrastructure of Donbass. The occupants dismantled the constructions of Makiivka and Donetsk metallurgy plants and Kharkiv tube plant, and they delivered the parts of these plants to Russia. And starting from the new year, the servicemen will get more monetary benefits, and those who serve under the contract, they will get the salary of about 7,000 hryvnias, the commander of the 9,000, the commander of company 10,000, commander of battalion 12,000, and commander of brigade 14,000 hryvnias. This is all information. Do you have any questions or comments? Thank you, Andriy. And now the question. Please introduce yourself. Andriy Butsik. Tell us, please, you didn't mention about the losses and injuries. What is the information? The fire was dense, and it was observed during the last 24 years. In such a way, the militants tried to greet our servicemen. 52 shellings were observed. There's no dead man servicemen, but 4 servicemen were injured. All of them got medical assistance. Thank you. Do you have other questions? If there's no comments or questions, thank you. And the next